preview.
Officially start the second Alcob conference for online multilateral conference in Korea, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So let's start. Okay. At first, as one of the opening event, I would like to ask Ms. Petra to show us the video of opening event. Ms. Petra, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Im. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to see SMA3 students' performance. So it is what we feel during COVID-19. So we believe that everyone in the world feels like what we feel now. Okay, please enjoy it. Okay.
For people around the world, we are away, but we are one. We are away, but we are the same. We are away, but we are family. COVID-19 changes our life, but life must go on. COVID-19 takes our happiness, but we must be happy in life. COVID-19 endangers our future, but education must keep on.
There's no need to cry in this place. You feel there's no heart of sorrow. There are ways together if you care enough for the living. Make a little space, make it better. Heal the world, make it better place for you. A better place for you and for me.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you, Mr. Im, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen here. So that's from SMAN3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Petra, for your beautiful, wonderful video for the opening event of our conference. Thank you again. And
Most welcome, Mr. Im.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite the overall organizer of this event, International Alcob Conference, the IACE, Institute of APEC Collaborative Education. Let's invite Ms. Byun for introducing IACE and the Alcob activity. Ms. Byun, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Thank you. I am Ji Young Byun, a program specialist of Institute of APEC Collaborative Education. On behalf of IACE, I'm very much honored to deliver remarks. I would like to congratulate designing, organizing, and hosting such a meaningful online conference between 3 APEC member economies, which are Korea, Indonesia, and Malaysia. I do believe that this online conference will function as a place for teachers and students in the APEC region to exchange their best practice of online education in response to the outbreak of COVID-19. We IACE are fully prepared to support and promote such opportunities in the future. Believing that this online conference will provide a great educational opportunity for teachers and students in the APEC region to learn from each other and to practice what they learn and what they teach you in classroom. Today's conference will produce a meaningful and fruitful result. Once again, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to all of you who have made a lot of effort to make it happen. Let us keep in touch for further future education cooperation, and please be reminded that we are fully open to you all when you need our assistance and support from us. Thank you so much and take care, and wish you stay healthy, happy at all the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ji Young Byun, the program specialist from IACE, for your wonderful opening comment. Now I would like to introduce the moderator of each school. At first, this is Hyunbin Im, teacher in Seoul Technical High School. I'm very honored to host this international conference on behalf of the teachers from Indonesia and Malaysia. So now this is the second time, but this is not last time. We will continue to this program for the January and February again. So even though, you know, the technically and operationally, it should be not perfect, but we are all teachers, students. So we learn from trial and error. So any problem, I don't think there is any problem. So let's try, okay, everybody? So now I would like to introduce Ms. Petra from SMAN3 Padang Panjang. Ms. Petra.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Im. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon. It is a great honor for me to participate in this wonderful, great program, Alcob project. So this time I would like to say what we are going to do now is very important in education. So in this era, COVID-19 happens in every economy, country. So I believe that by doing this conference, everyone will feel happy, education must go on. So great thanks to IACE for our program. Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida.
Okay, Ms. Lee from SMKN 6 Palembang, Indonesia.
Hello, annyeonghaseyo. Hello, good morning. The Honorable of the Head of IACE, the Head of Alcob Project, and the Honorable all the principal and teachers from Seoul Technical High School, Vocational High School, Sungai Kertas, Malaysia, and Senior High School number 3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia, and the excellency presenters and students, and distinguished viewers from all over the world. The first and the foremost, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Rimulia Kurniati. I am the alumni of Teacher Exchange Program 2019. And I got a wonderful chance to teach in Seoul Technical High School. And today I'm so happy because I can meet again the family of Seoul Technical High School in this great event. And I would like to extend my deepest thanks to the Alcob and IACE for the valuable opportunity to get involved in this wonderful international event so we can strengthen our multilateral cooperation in education. And it's great honor for me and for my school to share the ideas of our responses against COVID-19 everyday life. So we hope that we can keep the quality of education during the pandemic, and hopefully this health crisis will end soon. And that's all about my speech. And because today is a special day, I want to say Happy Teachers Day to all Indonesian teachers. So stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida. Manasu bang kamsahamnida. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. Thank you for your wonderful speech. Now it's turn to the Mr. Parid, SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. Mr. Parid.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Im. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Farid Fauzi, moderator teacher of this program for SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. I'm very happy to be with all of you in this program. First of all, I would like to thanks to IACE for full supporting to this program and giving opportunities to my students and teachers to participate in this international conference. Thanks also to my friends, Mr. Hyun Bin Im, Ms. Fitra, and Ms. Sri for working hard to realize this program. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as far as we know, the COVID-19 pandemic has invaded the entire world and a lot of programs that have been planned cannot be implemented. Therefore, this conference is one of the alternative programs to give something to the students. In addition to sharing ideas and knowledge, I hope this program can achieve the goal of global citizenship education. I would like to wish good luck to all participants, and I hope our program today will run successfully. Last but not least, happy Teachers Day to all Indonesian teachers, especially to all SMAN3 Padang Panjang and SMKN 6 Palembang teachers. Happy Teachers Day. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm sorry. Our principal, Mr. Lee, is out of school due to the meeting with the Minister of Education in Korea. So instead of his live speech, I would like to show you his welcoming speech through video, okay?
Hello, everyone. This is Lee Jae-gun, the principal of Seoul Technical High School in Korea. I'm on a local business trip, so I can greet you in real time, and I'm greeting you by video. Thank you for joining us at Second Online International Conference today. Nice to meet you, teachers and students in Malaysia and Indonesia. Following the first online international conference last October, I'm very happy to have the second online international conference back, and this time SMKN 6 Palembang School in Indonesia will participate. Welcome! Today is a precious time to share the current situation and the operation case of Malaysia, Indonesia, and Korea in terms of how COVID-19 is affecting our daily lives and how we are coping with it. These days, I'm very worried that the COVID-19 doesn't end sooner than I thought. I hope COVID-19 will end soon and that normal educational activities will take place. Anyway, I expect today's online international conference will serve as a meaningful venue for cooperation between teachers and students. Take care of your health and have a nice day. Thank you.
Let's go to the next turn. I would like to ask Ms. Pitra to introduce the principal of SMAN3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Im. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's invite the principal of SMA3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia, Ms. Devi Haryanti, to give her speech. Please welcome Ms. Devi Haryanti. Time is yours.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Nice to see you all. Today, 25th of November, we have the second term of our virtual conference, and it's a great day for us. And first of all, I'd like to thank. Okay, I'd like to thank to the president of Alcob that has facilitated us with this program, and then to the principal of Korea, Mr. Lee, and then Miss Aida from the Sungai Kertas, Malaysia, and then Mr. Zulfikri from SMKN 6 Palembang, Indonesia. Well, today, 25th of November, it's a special and great day for all of us as Indonesian teachers and educators. So let me greet and say Happy Teachers Day to all of us Indonesian teachers. Stay safe, healthy, and God bless us all. Well, I'm very happy to have this virtual conference again. And then we hope that through this program, we can strengthen and we can share, exchange information, and as well as the education in each countries. Everybody talking about pandemic or coronavirus pandemic. It has been more than a year we face it, and then according to the theme of our conference today, the impact of COVID-19 in everyday life, we are very concerned about it, and we hope that the effects of this condition can be solved wisely by every people, every government, and as the educator at schools, we believe that we have provide the students and the teachers with the good and best way of handling the teaching process at school. And we hope also that this crisis will pass soon. So as the Minister of Indonesia, our Minister of Education has stated that maybe in the beginning of January in 2021, we will open the class again for all levels. And then we hope that the situation at the time will be better than right now. And we hope also that the condition or the effects of this pandemic will be overcome as well as possible, because it's not good, you know, many people are jobless, many factories have been closed, and so on. Well, everybody, I think that's all for my speech today, and let's stay healthy, safe, and keep fighting. Okay, thank you for your attention, and see you next.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Devi. Okay, Mr. Im, please give a big applause for my mayor. He is in our conference now. So, Mr. Fadli is in our conference, the mayor of Padang Panjang. It is a great honor for us all to welcome him. Okay, Mr. Im, I will call him to deliver his welcoming speech or remark. Okay, everyone. Please listen to my mayor's welcoming speech. Time is yours, Mr. Fadli Amran, the mayor of Padang Panjang, Indonesia. Time is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ibu Fitri, and all the participants. I cannot mention all of the name because probably Bapak Ibu Kepala Sekolah, Mr. Im is here also, I heard, and everybody, all the participants in this conference. I hope you all healthy and also have a productive day today. We know that pandemic COVID is not yet gone, so that means that we have to be cautious. We have to be careful not to spread it to others. We call it here the virus prevention program here in Indonesia. We call it 3M, 3 M's. Yeah, first M is wearing masker, gitu ya. Yeah, the second M is social or physical distancing, menjaga jarak. And what is the third? The third one is
Washing hands.
Washing hands, yeah, mencuci tangan. So 3 M's. So in case if you are going to Indonesia and people ask you to participate in 3M, you know what it means. So pakai masker, wearing mask, mencuci tangan, washing hands, and the last one is physical distancing atau menjaga jarak. Shout out to Mr. Im. He came here last year, and we were expecting students from South Korea earlier this year, but we know that the COVID-19 prevent us to do so. We're just really wishful that this pandemic era or situation gone, and also we are of course very delightful if the student still can come to Padang Panjang, probably next year or after that. And I'm now here in such beautiful restaurants in Padang Panjang. We hope that you are all have come here. It's a nice, beautiful city, a small city in the mountains, around 900 meters under the sea level. Really cool, really nice place to visit. Just wish that probably next time this conference is not a teleconference anymore. We can do it here in Padang Panjang. Ladies and gentlemen, all the participants, last year we discussed about the student exchange program from South Korea beyond Mr. Im, and also Padang Panjang in SMA 3 Padang Panjang. And probably in this meeting we can also discuss the future of this agreement, the future of this program, even though we are now facing the COVID-19, but still I think it is important to discuss it. Probably in other ways we can do like teleconference, webinar, or anything else, so that the educational program also can run itself without face-to-face meetings, something like that. And also I think the situation here in Padang Panjang, especially in this last month, the COVID-19 situation have been fluctuating. Actually, around 2 weeks ago, it's getting better. The cases, the total number of cases have been dropping, but now it's kind of slightly increasing in this last week. So we just hope that everything, like every situation here in Padang Panjang, in Palembang, in South Korea, are going to be well, are going to be better in the next month so that we can discuss about the possibility to start school again. And we heard that the Ministry of Indonesia already says that we are expecting to open school in January, and now we are preparing. Of course, now I'm in the restaurant meeting with the city council, city boards, also discussing this situation. And we know that we have speakers from Palembang, we have Mr. Im from South Korea, and of course, we can discuss about these possibilities, whether to continue homeschooling or to reopen school. So we have to, we are really interested to hear from you all the situations there, what challenges that you face around homeschooling. And of course, if you already open school, then you can share with us, then we can learn the steps and progresses that you have made in your area. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for having me. But I'm not going to attend the field meeting because I'm already have a meeting here. But we wish you all good luck and stay safe.
Yeah, okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Give applause. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the nice, inspiring, great welcoming speech, Mr. Fadli Amran, the Mayor of Padang Panjang, Indonesia. Even though he is busy, he is still concerning about the education. So education must go on. Thank you, everyone. Okay, Mr. Im.
Thank you, Ms. Petra, for your welcoming speech about your principal and honorable mayor. So now I would like to ask Ms. Ri to introduce your principal. Ms. Ri.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our beloved principal, Mr. Zulfikri. To Mr. Zulfikri, the time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable, the head of IACE and Alcob, the Honorable, the principal and teachers from Seoul Technical High School, Korea, Vocational High School, Sungai, Kertas, Malaysia, and Senior High School number 3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia. I would like to express sincere gratitude to each and everyone involved in this program. Thank you to our governor and all stakeholders, our head of education department, TV1, TVRI, newspaper journalists. It is an honor for me to convey my welcoming speech in this program, International Online Conference 2020, regarding the topic, responsive against COVID-19 in everyday life. Ladies and gentlemen, we can overcome this pandemic if we cooperate together. We are privileged to be supported by Institute of APEC Collaborative Education, IACE. First of all, I would like to convey my deepest thanks to IACE for the valuable chance that you have given to my school in Alcob project. We are so happy that we can get together in this great international conference, and the topic of this conference is really interesting. Due to the impact of COVID-19 in everyday life, especially in education in South Sumatra, our governor, Herman Deru, has paid significant attention in making sure the education could run properly by encouraging vocational high school students to make signal booster through competition, because before this pandemic affecting education process, some of the villages in South Sumatra don't have even signal for students to enable them to study online, even though they have internet quotas. For 6 months, vocational students compete each other really hard to face these challenges. Through experiment by using waste tool and modifying technology tool, they tried in 3 different locations, which didn't have signal at all. How did they do this? They made antennas and tower to contact each other in 100 miles, and they did it successfully. So the student could create signal booster tool. After assessing the no signal situation, the head of education department of South Sumatra invited the governor to launch the signal booster tool in Teluk Betung by inviting the student, teachers, principal, and all stakeholders by following health protocol, physical distancing, wearing masks, and washing our hands, and using hand sanitizer to prevent COVID-19. The governor tried to contact the person in 3 locations, Teluk Betung, Pariaman, Surabaya village, and the connection was successfully. After completing this process, our governor was distributing trophy, cash, and certificate as appreciation for students who won the competition, and asked them to make more signal booster tools to fulfill some other village needs. In addition to that, through the coordinating between the head of education and governor, we help more villagers by distributing hand sanitizer made by vocational high school students, masks, and personal protective equipment because they are scarce in the market and the cost is very expensive. We also give the full family package of meal because they lost their job due to the pandemic. I strongly believe that we can overcome this pandemic. Let's keep praying and ask for God's protection from the virus so that we can continue our activity as usual. We may not surrender. We must be brave to fight this pandemic. No more victim, no more jobless, no more crime, and this long pandemic must end soon, and we will face for a bright future. Last but not least, I want to say, let's keep our spirit on to study so we can keep the quality of our education. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay physically fit. Thanks and Hamsahamida for your wonderful attention. Happy, nice National Day.
Thank you, Ms. Ri. Thank you for the speech from your principal.
Yes, Mr. Im, thank you so much.
Now let's go to the SMK Sungai Kertas in Malaysia. Mr. Parid, can you introduce your principal?
Okay, hello everyone. Now I would like to invite my dear principal, Madam Siti Aida binti Jodet, to give her speech. Please.
Okay. One moment. Okay. Thank you, Farid. Hi, Mr. Im. You okay? All right. I'm
okay.
Okay, I'm okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear and loud. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm Puan Aida, the principal of SMK Sungai Kertas. Okay, and this is my second time here, Mr. Im. So you don't worry, I'll be very short. I'd like to say hi to all the IACE officers who are present here today. And also, I would like to say hi also to my counterpart. Since Mr. Jae Kun Lee is not here, please send my regard to him as soon as you see him. And I would like to say Assalamualaikum again also to Madam Devi Haryanti of SMAN3 Indonesia. Assalamualaikum Ibu. And also to our new counterpart, Dr. Zulfikri of SMKN 6 Indonesia. Assalamualaikum, Bapak. First of all, I would like to thank IACE again for giving us this opportunity to have an online platform internationally. Okay, and I hope this platform will give our students to share their views, okay, and their experiences as young generation who are facing the pandemic COVID-19. And I hope they could face all the constraints that they are facing now where the education approaches have totally changed. And let's pray for them so that they can manage the new education system. And also I would like to congratulate the moderators of this program, especially from all the 4 countries, from the 4 schools, sorry. Mr. Im, of course, Madam Fitra. And
okay, Ibu, thank you.
Yeah, and of course, Encik Farid and all the team, technical team that I think have been very busy for the past week to, to prepare all the rehearsals and so forth. Thank you for realizing this conference again. And of course, last but not least, all the presenters and participants and also the viewers throughout the world who are participating in today's conference. I can see my homestay foster child, Sungmin Kim. Yeah.
Hello.
Good luck. Yeah. All the best to you. You are chosen as the presenter today, and I hope you do well. And also to the rest of the participants, I hope you will get good experiences and well connected with each other, okay, as global students of today's education. I think that's all from me, but actually in Malaysia now we are having MCO again, the Movement Control Order. So we are not going to be in school for the rest of the year until next year. So we are going also to reopen school in January 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So by then, see you again. Good luck, everyone. Thank you. Kamsahamnida.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Farid and the principal of SMK Sungai Kertas. So now we are going to the main event of this international multilateral conference. So it's time for our student presentation and the Q&A session. Okay, everybody. So for the presentation, as we discussed, the Seoul Technical High School would like to give you the first presentation. So we have now 2 students from Seoul Technical High School, Sungmin Kim and Hyun Chang-do are ready to give you the presentation. So after 2 student presentation, we open Q&A from the school in Indonesia and Malaysia. Sungmin Kim, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Greetings. I am Sungmin Kim from Seoul Technical High School. COVID-19 has really changed our life on a vast scale. In the past, even a funeral was a happy and bright moment for some parts in the world. But now, ironically, the wedding is more like a typical funeral. Let me present to you how Korea was being affected by COVID-19 and what was the impact it has had on our everyday life. I'm going to talk about the recent trends in COVID-19, changes on our everyday life, and conclusions. This graph shows the numbers of newly infected cases in Korea from January to October in this year. Currently, we have 26,807 COVID-19 cases, which makes up for 0.05% of our population. During the first steep increase, all students in Korea had to stay home and attend classes online. Even for adults, they had to work from home as much as they could. Shops and public facilities that had the potential for being highly contagious were also closed. This shutdown has helped our country get control of the virus early on. But as a side effect, it was so financially crucial for many small business owners, like restaurants and cafes. After the end of the shutdown, when people started coming out on the streets again, the restrictions were eased. However, this easing of restrictions caused there to be a surge again in August. But now, the situation has once again stabilized. Now let's talk about some changes we had on our everyday life. First, online shopping. In Korea, people living in cities now prefer shopping online more than ever before. We can buy almost anything from fresh vegetables to even a brand new smartphone and get them delivered in a day. Thanks to Korea being small geographically with a dense population, we have a special delivery system called rocket delivery. It is a system which, if you order an item in the morning, you can get it when you return back home in the afternoon. Plus, if you order an item before going to sleep, you can get it when you can get early in the morning, even before you wake up. Not every item can be delivered by this system, but most of the fresh groceries and items that people often buy are possible to get this way. Secondly, putting on masks. Today, people have gotten used to wearing masks and rarely take off except for when having a meal. But still, there are a minority of people that doesn't like wearing masks. So there was a new law made to charge a fine for those who are not wearing masks properly in public. Lastly, social activities. At the beginning of an outbreak, lots of social activities like working, studying, to even worshiping were all transitioned to online, which was very inconvenient for many people due to the limitations of being online. Many activities are now partially back to normal, yet being online is playing a major role in keeping the infection numbers low. I have talked about the changes we had on our everyday life with the online shopping, putting on masks, and doing social activities online. Finally, I'm going to talk about the conclusions. From diseases like swine flu, Ebola, MERS, to this year's COVID-19, I think we all have gained lessons from the pandemic. One, which is very important, that it is very important to have the response manual and the infrastructure ready at all times to withstand the global threats like the COVID. Second, one individual cannot succeed without the cooperation of others. And lastly, and the most important thing, ordinary yet peaceful days we had back then was a priceless treasure to us. I hope this virus comes to an end so we can celebrate the peaceful days again. Well, that's been it. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you, Sungmin Kim, for your nice presentation. And now I would like to ask another student in Seoul Technical High School, Hyun Chang-do, will give you another presentation. So Hyun Chang-do, are you ready?
Ready, sir. Hi students, I'm Han Chang-do from Seoul Technical High School. It is very glad to see you once again. Today, I'm going to talk about the impact of COVID-19 in school. Here are the contents in this presentation. First, how COVID-19 changed our lives in school. Second, health self-diagnosis. And finally, online class. Now, this is how COVID-19 changed our lives in school. At the first day of school, face masks and hand sanitizers were provided to all students. Before going to school, all students must check health with the application, and thermal cameras are installed at the entrance. Alarm in the camera triggers when someone who overheats passes through. All students and teachers must wear face masks to prevent infections. By the government's law, only 3 of 2 students could go to school. So 3 of 1 has to study online that I will talk about later. And most importantly, class time has reduced 15 minutes to 40 minutes, so class progress is delayed before than it did. When the lunch gets started, students have to keep distance in cafeteria while passing through thermal cameras. Washing hands is required before eating lunch. Students should keep distance while eating and wear face masks again when the lunch is finished. And students who have symptoms have to be contained, which is called temporary observation room. Students in temporary observation room get took over to store cleaning in Korea. When the sample test is over, students have to go home immediately by walking or picking up by parents' car and getting self-contained until the results come in. If a student or teacher gets positive on the result, school gets closed and sort cleaning sets up a school playground like this, and to convenient others who came out at the same time. Health self-diagnosis is an application which is made by Ministry of Education. All students must use this application before going to school. When you start this application, you face several checklists that check your health. First checklist is asking if you have a fever that reaches more than 37.5 Celsius degrees. Second checklist shows if you have any symptoms that COVID-19 occurs. Last checklist shows does your inmate or you having by self-isolation by the government. If you check all no and press submit button, this screen appears. It means that you have those symptoms, so you are free to go to school. But if you press yes on any checklist, this screen appears. It means you are banned going to school and you must immediately go to Seoul clinic. In Korea, students use online school platform when they could not go to school. Online class was started at April 9th due to COVID-19. It's easy and convenient to use. Here are the platforms that many schools use to teach students. One-way classes are the platforms which students and teachers can talk to each other. These are usually used for studying and submitting an assignment. Two-way classes are platforms which students and teachers communicate with each other with microphones and cameras. They are used for checking attendance. Our school uses Zoom to check attendance and study class with EBS online class with Google Classroom to submit an assignment. This is how online class works in our school. First, you need to use the application to check your health. If you have no symptoms, you got check attendance by teacher with Zoom. Then access to EBS online class. You will see this screen that fills this class list first. Choose the right class that belongs to you. Now you just entered your class. Choose the subject that belongs to today's timetable. This is the part where you study. On the left side, there are contents so you could easily search what you are looking for. Online class mostly comes up with videos. You have to watch videos in a constant speed and watch video fully. If you don't, the server will think you are cheating, so you might get a penalty. After watching video, mostly texts are provided. In this screen, text is connected with blue hyperlink. Here's the task. Several teachers use Google Classroom to give students tasks, but mostly provided with Google Form. Here you put your class name and answer the questions which teacher gave to you. After you finish all tasks, you click exit. Your study is finished. Thank you for participating in this conference and presentation.
Thank you, Sungmin Kim and Hyun Chang Do from Seoul Technical High School for your nice presentation. Now we would like to open Q&A session. So I would like to invite the questioners from each school in Indonesia and Malaysia. So at first, I would like to ask a question from Ms. Padma SMAN3 Padang Panjang.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 파트마입니다. 형창도에게 질문이 있습니다. You said that 1/3 students do online learning. How can students solve the problems or difficulties in doing online learning? Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
자, 현창이 대답해.
One of the big problems in online class is decrease of learning. In order to solve this problem, teachers try to do much more real-time interactive class through platforms called Zoom.
Thank you.
네, 감사합니다.
And now for the second questioner, I would like to invite Ms. Putri from SMKN 6 Palembang.
Hello, my name is Putri Octaviani and I'm from Vocational High School number 6 Palembang. Thank you to Mr. Kim from Seoul Technical High School for the nice presentation. So I have a question to you. Is there financial support given by Korean government to the micro enterprises worker during the pandemic?
Yes, there are special support funds and loans provided for those workers and companies that suffered financial impact because of the pandemic. And when the micro enterprises have to reduce the numbers of workers to get over the financial difficulties, the government provides funds to the company to guarantee workers from not getting fired.
Thank you, 감사합니다.
Thank you for your question. And at last, I would like to ask a question from Mr. Hafizul Hadi, SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia.
Hello, my name is Hafizul, and this is my question for Hyun Chang presentation. As you said before, only 2/3 students could go to school, and the other 1/3 need to learn online at home. Do they need to take turn every day? For instance, some students study on Monday and the other students study on the next coming day according to turn. Thank you.
We take turns based on week. Now, third grade students stay home with online class, and grade 1 and grade 2 are offline in school. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you for your wonderful question and answers from Indonesia and Malaysia. So now we finished the presentation from Seoul Technical High School, Korea. So for the next presentation, I would like to ask Ms. Pitra from SMAN3 Padang Panjang. You please introduce your two presenters and proceed the presentation from your side. Thank you, Ms. Pitra.
You're welcome, Mr. Im. Thank you, Mr. Im. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is our turn from SMA3 Padang Panjang to present our students' presentations. So we have two presenters. The first one, Mr. Lee. The second one is Mr. M. Aditya. So for the first time, I would like to invite the first speaker of SMA3 Padang Panjang, Mr. Lee. Time is yours.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Now, I would like to present my responses about impact COVID-19 in everyday life, especially in economy. Well, my name is Sharla Farosa, a student of SMKN3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia. Nice to meet you all. COVID-19 in Indonesia has increased since March 2020. Which has a huge impact in everyday life. Because of increasing numbers of positive COVID-19, especially in Padang Panjang, the government runs a kind of lockdown. People are allowed to go out to get their daily needs or urgent purposes, but they are not allowed to have meals in restaurants. It causes the market in Padang Panjang change. People are afraid to go to the market and prefer to cook their meals and have them at home. Even, people tend to buy anything online. Because of that, it gives a bad impact to the sellers' incomes. We can see the difference from the two pictures. Since school closed, uniforms are not important anymore. Students can wear their daily clothes during online learning or classes. So, the most sellers selling uniforms change to sell other daily products. Next, about tourism destination in Padang Panjang. Mifan Water Park is one of the famous tourism destinations in Padang Panjang that is also affected by COVID-19. COVID-19 also brings a big problem in tourism. Based on the interview done, before COVID-19, the visitors visited it more than 1,000 persons per week. But now, the numbers of visitors only less than 300 persons per week. So, to attract people coming to the place, it gives a fantastic discount to the visitors. Normal ticket costs 50,000 rupiahs becomes 35,000 rupiahs. But it doesn't run well. The people are still worried about visiting the public places during COVID-19. Thank you very much, everyone. Kamsahamnida. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you, Ms. Shirley, for your wonderful presentation. And next, for the second presenter, we would like to invite Mr. M. Aditya. Okay, Mr. M. Aditya, time is yours.
Okay, I would like to present my presentation about impact of COVID-19 in everyday life, especially in social culture. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce myself to you all. My name is Muhammad Aditya Maulana. I am a student of SMAN3 Padang Panjang. Nice to meet you all. I would like to tell you about COVID-19. COVID-19 is a new strain of virus that causes illness ranging from the common cold to more severe disease. From time to time, almost all countries in the world, the number of sufferers continues to grow, including in Indonesia. This has a huge impact on society. It gives some impacts in everyday life. I will explain about social impacts due to COVID-19. First, it gives a bad impact on religious activities in mosques. Before COVID-19, most people came to the mosque to do religious activities such as pray and other activities. But because of COVID-19, people tend to pray at home. Most mosques are not as full as before. Second, the wedding party is usually held lively and attended by a lot of invited guests, hundreds of guests. But since COVID-19, the wedding party is not carried out on a large scale. Generally, it is attended only by the family and some guests. Nowadays, most guests feel unsafe to attend the wedding. They prefer sending gifts to coming to the party. The people think it is a good way to save from the spread of COVID-19. Third, it also gives impact on funeral. People are afraid to visit their funeral, even come to the funeral home. They feel that by visiting their funeral home and funerary is very dangerous for them. For example, if a victim of COVID-19 passed away, only the important family came to the funeral. It is also based on the rule of protocol COVID-19. But now, most people feel unhappy with coming to the funeral. They just call or send message to express their sympathy to the family of the dead person. COVID-19 really changes our everyday life. Hopefully, it ends soon and the world becomes safe and healthy. Okay, I think that's all. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you. Kamsahamnida. Terima kasih.
Thank you very much, Mr. M. Aditya, for your nice presentation. Okay, everyone, that's from SMA3 students. Now we are going to invite 3 questions from 3 schools. And the first one is a question from Muhammad Yazid Arma from SMKN 6 Palembang, Indonesia. Time is yours. The question goes to Miss Shirley.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Yazid Arma from Vocational High School number 6, Palembang. I have a question to Miss Shirley from Senior High School number 3, Padang Panjang. My question is, if people are afraid of shopping directly to the market, Are they have online service that provide daily needs?
Okay, thank you for your good questions, Mr. Muhammad Yazid Arma. Yes, there are. In Padang Panjang, we have Padang Panjang online shopping service and really helps people to get their daily needs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. M. Yazid Arma, for your nice question. And thank you, Shirley, for the great answer. Next, let's come to the second question. It is from Jessica, Miss Jessica from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. The question goes to Mr. M. Aditya. Time is yours.
Hello everyone, annyeonghaseyo. I am Jessica from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. I have a question for Mr. Aditya. Regarding to your presentation about the impact of COVID-19 on religious activity in mosques, has the Indonesian government set the number of people allowed to go to the mosque? If so, how many people are allowed to enter the mosque at one time? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your interesting question, Ms. Jessica. So please, Mr. Aditya, it's time for you to answer her question. Time is yours.
Well, thank you, Jessica, for your great question. No, it hasn't. But for people entering the mosque, they should follow some protocol COVID-19, such as wearing face masks and washing hands before entering the mosque. Thank you.
Okay, give applause. All right. Thank you for your nice question and answer, Ms. Jessica and Mr. M. Aditya. Now we are going to come to the third question. It's from Mr. Kim from Seoul Technical High School. The question goes to Miss Shirley. Okay, time is yours, Mr. Kim.
Hi, my name is Jinyoung Kim, second grade student in Seoul Technical High School, Korea. I have a question to Ms. Shelley. You say that COVID-19 closed your school and you have to stay home much more time. What do you do in your free time?
Okay, thank you for your interesting questions, Mr. Jin Young Kim. Well, I usually cook, help my mother like gardening, and others like watching YouTube channel, especially songs in my free time. Thank you, Kamsahamnida.
Okay, give applause for Mr. Kim and Miss Shirley. Okay, everyone, thank you, Mr. Kim, for your interesting question, and thank you, Miss Shirley, for your wonderful answer. Okay, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, so it's over for SMA3 students' presentations. Now let's invite another school. Thank you. Kamsahamnida. Terima kasih. Okay, Mr. Im.
Thank you, Ms. Petra, for your nice proceeding to the
You're
presentation and the Q&A session. So now it's time we invite Ms. Sri SMKN 6 Palembang to proceed the presentation and the Q&A session. So Ms. Sri.
Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. Now we have two presenters from Vocational High School number 6 Palembang. The first presenter is Miss Nabila. The second presenter is Miss Nuha. Now let's invite the first presenter, Miss Nabila. The time is yours.
Hi everyone, annyeonghaseyo. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nabila Fasi and I'm a student of Vocational High School number 6 Palembang. I'm third grader and my major is culinary. It's nice to see you. First, I want to say thank you for Alcob cooperation that give us opportunity to meet new friends from Korea, Malaysia, and also Padang Panjang in this international online conference. I'm going to tell you about our responses against COVID-19 on tourism and economic sectors in Palembang, Indonesia. So it has been a year since COVID-19 first appeared in Wuhan, China on early November 2019 and began to spread rapidly throughout the world. At the end of March 2020, COVID-19 spreads in Palembang. And because the number of COVID-19 patients are continue to increase, finally, our government established large-scale social restrictions to prevent of possible of disease or contaminations. Before Corona attack, Palembang is actually a nice place to visit because Palembang is one of the metropolitan city that has a lot of nice tourism attractions. For example, Punti Kayu, which is one of the popular natural tourism in Palembang, and also Kamaru Island, which is one of cultural tourism, night market beside Musi rivers, and a lot of hotels, restaurants, and shopping centers. But after Corona attacked Palembang, then it gives significant impact to tourism in Palembang. You can see in this picture that all of tourism attractions, hotel, restaurant, shopping centers, and all public places are closed. And the economy in Palembang also affected by COVID-19. For example, the number of jobless increased because they are fired. And the number of crime also increased. For example, pickpocket in the street or public places, and micro and macro enterprises must be closed. During this pandemic, online shopping becomes a trend. Now, many applications that provide online market services, such as Shopee, Lazada, and Tokopedia, now become more popular in Indonesia because those applications give easy access and services to shops. For now on, we live in new normal era, so that tourism attractions, shopping centers, hotels, and all public places have been reopened by following the guidelines of COVID-19 health protocols. For example, wearing masks all the time, keep physical distancing, checking body temperature, providing hand sanitizers and hand washing facilities in every place, and the policemen arrest people who do not wear facial masks, and they have to pay fine for about 500,000 rupiahs. And as you know, that is our government regulation and policy. At the end of my presentations, I want to say my deep thanks to all the front staff liners who work hard to cure and protect people in Palembang. And my big hope is the vaccine can be found soon and works, then we can life back will be to the normal. Because I really miss my school, my friends, my teachers, and everything. So stay safe and stay healthy, and happy Teacher's Day to all the teachers in Indonesia. Thank you for your great attention. Kamsahamnida, terima kasih.
Okay. Thank you to Ms. Nabila. Thank you for the great presentation. Now I would like to invite the second presenter from Vocational High School number 6 Palembang. Please welcome Ms. Nuha. The time is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nuha Nazira. I'm student of Vocational High School number 6 Palembang. I'm third grader. My major is culinary. It's a wonderful moment to see all of you, and thanks for Alcob cooperation that gives us opportunity to meet new friends from Korea, Malaysia, and Padang Panjang in this online conference. I'm here to tell you how the effect of COVID-19 to school's life. Vocational High School number 6 Palembang is one of international vocational high school, and it becomes outstanding in Palembang. In our school, there are some majors: fashion design, hotel accommodation, culinary, and beauty. And also we have a lot of achievement, regional, national, and international events. Now, since coronavirus attacked Indonesia and Palembang specifically, the school life has changed. We do online learning system, and our teacher use online applications such as Google Meet, Zoom, Google Classroom, WhatsApp group, WebEx. And there are also the weaknesses of using these online applications. First, in the beginning, students are not familiar with online applications, but now they are accustomed to use these applications. Second, not all the students have affordable mobile data. Not all students have a good computer or laptop. And the last is not all students cannot be punctual to attend online class. And because of this pandemic, all of industries such as hotel, boutique, restaurants, cafe are closed. So we cannot do apprenticeship program or internship program. This apprenticeship program is very important for us as vocational students because we can feel the real industry world that totally different what we got from school. We do this program for 6 months, from March until August, and because of this pandemic, we have to stop this apprenticeship program. In this new normal life, the students can go to school to attend vocational subjects only. Our school provides a facial mask, and the teachers also give a punishment to the students who doesn't wear a mask. We have a strict regulations, and the teachers still come to school. And these are some health protocols at our school. First is we have to checking our body temperature before entering the hallway. We have to washing our hand in washing hand facilities, wearing masks all the time. And these are also some helps from Indonesian government. Indonesian government give us free mobile data to the students so we can actively join online learning. The government provides online learning programs every day on television for all levels on education. And the government facilitates learning through webinars, online discussions, especially in Palembang. Our governor has launched a signal boosters to facilitate students online learning in the remote area. At the end of my presentation, I hope this pandemic will end soon and back to normal again, especially for the first grader because they are a newcomers and haven't felt school environment. And also I really miss my school, my friends, my teachers. And I hope I can to travel to Korea, Malaysia, and Padang Panjang, and you guys can visit us, Palembang, Indonesia. Thank you for your wonderful attention, and I want to say to my beloved Indonesian teachers, Happy Teachers Day. Kamsahamnida. Stay fit and stay healthy.
Thank you to Ms. Nuha for the great presentation. Now I would like to open the question session. For the first session, now I would like to invite a questioner from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. To Ms. Putri Anis Nabiha, the time is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Putri Anis Nabiha from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. I am interested by a story about police action against people who do not wear masks. My question is, how is law enforcement in Indonesia related to COVID-19 prevention measures in the new norm? For example, in Malaysia, a fine of 1,000 ringgit or 3.4 million rupiah will be imposed if someone does not wear a mask. Thank you.
Hi, Ms. Putri from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. Thank you for your question. Palembang has a strict regulation and policy. The policemen come to the street every day and all public places, and the policemen urge people who do not wear facial masks and they have to pay fine for about 500,000 rupiahs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nuha. Now, I would like to invite the questioner from Seoul Technical High School. Now we have Mr. In Wong Hang. So, the time is yours.
Hello, this is Inu Huang from Seoul Technical High School. I have a question to Ms. Nuha Nazira. You say that COVID-19 stopped the internship program in your school. What kind of program do you do to compensate the shortage of internship?
Hi, Mr. Inwo Hong. Thank you for your nice question. Because all of industries such as salon, barbershop, cafe, restaurants are closed during this pandemic, so we don't get internship program. Instead of that, we must come to school once in a week and get a training from our teachers. For example, we have a baking class and cooking class at school. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I give the chance to Miss Nora.
Hi everybody, my name is Nora Fitra Sinta, a student of SMAN3 Padang Panjang. I have a question to Ms. Nabila Fasih. How does your city tourism department do to attract visitors visiting the tourism object during COVID-19? Thank you.
Hi, Miss Nora from Senior High School number 3 Padang Panjang. Thank you for your questions. So we cannot deny that tourism in a city is really important because it can increase city income. To attract visitors visiting the tourism places, our tourism department are exposed that they are really apply health protocol and strict regulations. For example, it's not allowed to visit the tourism places if the visitors do not wear a facial mask. And we also providing hand sanitizers and hand washing facilities in every place and keep social distancing, and the opening and closing of the tourism places are really on time. Thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Nora, for the great questions. Okay, Mr. Im, Ms. Fitra, and Mr. Faris, this is the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for the wonderful attention.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. Now it's time we have to invite SNK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. So, Mr. Farid, are you ready to proceed the presentation and Q&A session from Malaysia?
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, my friend, Mr. Im Hyun Bin. Okay, now I would like to invite my dear students, Nur Halima. Please, time is yours.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Nur Halima Faiza binti Kasin, or best known as Halima by my friends. I'm currently 16 years old and I'm a student of Sungai Kertas National Secondary School, Selangor, Malaysia. I'm very honored to be chosen as one of the speakers for today's conference, the ACP International Online Conference 2020, representing my beloved country, Malaysia. Today, I'm here to share with everyone my point of view on the effect of COVID-19 to our daily life. Before I begin, it is best for me to clarify that the ideas projected in my presentation are solely based on my personal experience as a fellow Malaysian student who is badly affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. Nevertheless, I believe my voice do represent majority of the other students' voices in Malaysia as well. In my presentation, I will share my views of the effect in three different aspects, which are economy, social, and school aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start with the first aspect, which is the economy aspect. A bit of background about myself. My father owns a food catering business. As we all know, a food catering business could only survive if there is a large gathering that requires the service. However, due to the pandemic, since it is not advisable to all of us to conduct any large gatherings, my father's business was badly affected by it. With last bookings, last job, eventually my father's income also reduced to a certain fewer amount.
Those days were very hard for my father. But he didn't stop there because he has a lot of mouth to feed at home. So my father, he decided to open a small business instead, in which he sells food at a stall that we opened at the roadside nearby our house in order for him to cover the basic cost of living. As you can see from the pictures, before the pandemic, my father received a lot of bookings and his business was prospering very well. In contrast to now, he is selling food only at a small roadside stall. This is an example of how COVID-19 affected our lives in terms of economy. I've heard many similar stories from my friends, and yes, the COVID-19 has badly affected our economy. Ladies and gentlemen, the next aspect that I'm going to share is on the social aspect. One of the precautions that our government has initiated to prevent the spread of COVID-19 is by prohibiting large gatherings as well as social activities. We are not allowed to do any recreational activities with our family, and of course, no more wedding feasts to attend. In Malaysia, wedding feasts usually are conducted in a very large scale. So it is safe to say that I do understand the concern of the government on that particular matter. Not only that, we are also not allowed to perform congregational prayer at the musalla or the mosque. In the past 9 months of COVID-19 battle, Muslims had two celebrations which were Eid Fitri and Eid Adha, but both celebrations were celebrated moderately and we cannot go to the mosque to pray as what we usually do during both Eids. On a more positive note, these pandemic issues have helped to strengthen my family's bond because all of us were stuck under the same roof for months. I have a total of 10 siblings and normally it is very hard to get all 10 staying together at the same time. However, because of the pandemic, we got to spend a lot of time together, especially to help our parents with their small business. Here from the pictures, you can see normally we will pray congregational prayer at the mosque. But the pandemic has limited us to only stay at home. So my family take this opportunity to pray together inside our own house. The role of the leader of the prayer is taken by my father and my brothers interchangeably. In short, socially we are all affected by this pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of school, I can say a lot of things have changed due to the pandemic. There are a lot of new norms that we need to abide by, such as wearing masks every day, washing our hands frequently, and of course the most important one, observing our physical distance with our friends. We used to have a lot of interesting uniform bodies, clubs, and sports activities. But because of the pandemic, the co-curriculum activities were put on hold. It is very heartbreaking because I enjoy all the activities most of the time. Next, COVID-19 also has disrupted our normal learning system, which is the face-to-face learning. When the number of cases started to rise in March, the Movement Control Order (MCO) was imposed and all schools are closed and the medium of learning is switched to online learning. That is the hardest part to adapt. Because most of us are not familiar with online learning, we spent 4 months learning online from March to mid of July. And when we thought we can finally settle ourselves back in our physical classroom, the COVID-19 cases spiked again last month, and now here we are, learning online again until the last day of school. What a terrifying year for all of us. To me, I found online learning makes learning difficult, as it is hard to understand a lesson without confronting the teacher. I think I think many of my friends will agree with me on this part, not to mention all the connection issues that most of us face. This picture the clear representation of the new norms that we need to adapt. Previously, there is no problem for us to gather at the square or the halls, but now, since we all need to observe our physical distancing, we cannot do that. In addition to that, every morning, there will be few teachers who wait for us at the school entrance to scan our temperature, to check if we are wearing our mask, and also to pass us the hand sanitizer. Teachers in my school, they try very hard to ensure all of us follow the SOP so that the school can become a safe place for the students. COVID-19 is a pandemic that unexpectedly has turned our life almost 360 degrees. As school students, we have very limited capabilities to help frontliners like doctors or nurses to treat COVID-19 patients. But never forget that we are all a frontliner to ourselves and to our family. By observing and following all the SOPs given, I believe we can win this fight. That marks the end of my presentation today. Before I end this presentation, I would like to thank my family and my friends for supporting me in preparing for the conference. I also would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Muhammad Farid for giving me this amazing opportunity to share my views with my fellow friends from other countries. Thank you, and I hope to see you guys again.
Thank you very much to my dear students, Halima Faiza, for her great presentation. Now I would like to invite my second presenter, Nur Naima Akila. Nur Naima Akila, now the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, teachers and fellow students. Hi, my name is Nur Naima Akila, or Naima for short. I am a student at Sungai Kertas National Secondary School, Selangor, Malaysia. In this speech, I will talk about the impact of COVID-19 from my eyes. The COVID-19 pandemic has educated Malaysians to live in new norms. The daily life and activities of society have now changed a lot. One of the areas affected by this pandemic is the education sector. This new norm has introduced online classes to school students. However, not all students find it easy to cope with this new change. It is difficult for them to understand the lesson as their internet connection is unstable, which make the teacher voice less clear. Online classes are more difficult for students who cannot afford to provide facilities such as internet and gadgets for learning. In my view, face-to-face learning is easier than online learning because I can discuss and exchange opinion with my friends. Secondly, the new norm also has restricted various pleasure for students. One of them is excursion. Every year, we will have school excursion. For example, last year, we visited Penang, Kuala Lumpur, and Seoul, South Korea. Due to this pandemic, there are no more excursion for us. Of course, students are saddened by these circumstances. Moreover, we are not able to do sport and recreational activities. This new regulation has impacted our daily routines. However, in my opinion, this new norm creates a variety of new activities that can be done following the standard operating procedure (SOP). For example, people are more likely to engage in online activities such as playing video games. In this way, the community can get rid of boredoms and still be able to communicate with friends even at a distance. In addition, due to this pandemic, we face various new experiences such as celebrating Hari Raya at home. Because during this movement control order (MCO), we are not allowed to leave the house. Because of that, my family and I could not return to our hometown. As a result of the downturn of the economy, many people have lost their job. I have seen the phenomenon firsthand. My neighbors lost their previous source of income to support my family, but due to this pandemic, they had to do excessive work, and many people around me become jobless. Nevertheless, the government is very helpful in terms of money and needs. Nowadays, compared to before, people prefer to do online shopping than doing in-store shopping. This will give a good opportunity to seller, especially local seller. We can also pay by cash or using online banking. With this way, we can facilitate the purchase while maintaining the standard operating procedure SOPs. Other than that, food and beverages F&B business have flourished. These F&B sellers have shifted from selling their food from the stall to taking order online and delivering the food to the customer doorstep. That is why we can see more motorbikes of food padang and grab food on the road. In conclusion, I hope Malaysians can abide by the standard operating procedure set so that we can fight this epidemic. I also hope we will find a cure for this disease and the economy becomes normal. Lastly, I would like to thank the frontliners who work hard to ensure the safety of the people. That's all from me. Stay safe and thank you.
To my dear students, Nur Naimah Akila for her presentation. Okay, next we're going to Q&A session. Now, for the first question, I would like to invite Mr. Semin Shim from Seoul Technical High School. Mr. Semin, time is yours.
Hi, my name is Semin Shim, second grade student in Seoul Technical High School, Korea. I have a question to Ms. Noalima. You say that the online class makes learning difficult. What do you do for compensating your reduced learning?
Thank you for the question from Samishin. It is undeniable that I do miss a lot of things while trying to adapt with online learning. The thing I will do to compensate that is I will ask my friend to help me with the lesson that I have missed during online learning. I will also ask about the homework that has been supplied by the subject teacher. However, I did not solely depend on my peers. I also took an initiative to personally consult my teachers if I miss or don't understand a lesson on that day. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Semin Shim for the question. So next, for the second question, I would like to invite Mr. Said from SMAN3 Padang Panjang, Indonesia. Mr. Said, time is yours.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Said Ramadan. My question is to Nur Naimah Akila Muhammad Jafri. I'm sorry to hear that a lot of people lost their jobs. How does your government do to help them? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. First of all, our government is helping the community in terms of money and needs. For example, the government is expanding the wage subsidy program to help the business sector retain their employees and reduce cash flow. For the community who have lost their source of income, the government help by providing assistance of 1,500 ringgit Malaysia for each family. The government also give a discount on electricity bills for 6 months to ease the burden of the community. In addition to the electricity bill, the government also gave a moratorium on the suspension of pay payment for 6 months. Finally, the government has created the IACE study program, which is that member of the Workers Saving Fund (EPF) can now withdraw 500 ringgit Malaysia a month from their two accounts for a period of 12 months to ease the financial burden of the people. In conclusion, the government has helped us a lot to reduce the current burden of this pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you very much to Mr. Said from SMKN3 Padang Panjang. Now the last one, I would like to invite Miss Cindy from SMKN6 Palembang. Miss Cindy, now time is yours, please.
Okay. Hello, my name is Alia Jindika from Vocational High School number 6, Palembang. I have a question to Miss Halima from SMK Sungai Kertas, Malaysia. So, in this new normal life, the places of worship such as mosques in your country are open? How is health protocol implemented in the mosque? And please give an example. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, alias Nika. Yes, there are several health protocols that our government has strictly implemented in places of worship, not only in mosques, in fact, in churches and temples as well. For example, before we enter the mosque, we need to check our temperature first at the entrance, and later is proceeded with my Sejahtera QR code scanning, which to ease the contact tracing in the case of any infection. We also need to wear face mask and use hand sanitizer frequently. Muslims also are encouraged to bring their own prayer mats to take ablution beforehand and to keep the distance in the prayer line by 1 meter. After the completion of prayers, no extra activities such as religious talks or Quran class are allowed to be conducted, as mosques are required to close as soon as possible. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Cindy, for the question. And then thank you for the presenters for all the answer. So that's all from me, Ms. Im. Now your turn. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Farid, for your proceeding of nice presentation and Q&A session. Also, I would like to express my heart gratitude to everybody for the presentation and the question and answers from 4 schools from 3 different countries. Now we are almost done. So as our final and last event, I would like to ask Ms. Lee, SMKN6 Palembang, to show us the closing event. Ms. Lee, are you ready?
Yes, Mr. Im. So everybody please enjoy our video clip. Okay, thank you so much.
songketnya, pulau kemarau yang tenang, benteng kuto besar yang cindo, menambah terkenalnya kota kebanggaan kita. Hujan gadisnya berlagak niat, adat budayanya tetap dijaga, hasil buminya banyak niat, pembangunannya rata di mana-mana. Oi Palembang Darussalam, oi Palembang Darussalam, Palembang kota kita, Palembang Darussalam. Terkenal rumah linasnya, terkenal dengan songketnya, pulau kemarau yang tenang, benteng kuto besar yang cinta, menambah terkenalnya kota kebanggaan kita. Hujan gadisnya berlagak niat, adat budayanya tetap dijaga, hasil buminya banyak niat, pembangunannya rata di mana-mana. Oi Palembang Darussalam, oi Palembang Darussalam, Palembang kota kita, 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 Palembang Darussalam.
Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you like it.
Thank you, Ms. Lee. Your closing event touched our heart. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, students and teachers from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Korea. You did a great job today, even though we are not so much perfect. Actually, we never pursue the perfect, but as a kind of the education, teaching and learning, we try to learn from try and error. Okay, so all the presenters, questioners, answer, everything was very good, wonderful, amazing.
Amazing.
This is not the last event. We will meet again, hopefully the first week of January, hosted by SMAN3 Padang Panjang by Miss Petra. So,
Okay.
see you then. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you,
Mr. Im.
Have a nice day.
Okay, everyone. I would like to say Happy Teachers' Day for all teachers in Indonesia, and thank you for our team, SMK Sungai Kertas Malaysia, Seoul Technical High School Korea, SMK 6 Palembang Indonesia and SMA3 Padang Panjang. We hope that our collaboration and cooperation will be running well. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, happy Teachers Day.
Thank you. Also, Mr. Parid, can you please give us a closing comment? Mr. Parid, Malaysia.
Okay, thank you very much to SMK, SMAN3 Padang Panjang, SMKN 6 Palembang, and also my previous school, South Korea High School, for a great program today. Thank you very much. See you on January. Thank you.
Thank you. And this is the last turn, Miss Sri. You please give us the closing comment.
Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for the wonderful chance that you have given to me and you have given to my school. So I think it becomes the history of my school, having online international event. So thank you so much. See you, kamsahamnida, and happy Teachers Day.
Thank you, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yes, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.